Welcome back to the channel. Shop update number 13. We've got this international truck. This is actually my uncle's truck. He bought it as a running and driving truck, complete for the most part. Stock international V8 in it. I forget the cubic inch on it, but he wanted to be able to just drive it. And he freaking drives this thing. It's great. So we put a Holley 2-barrel sniper on it, did a good fuel pump retrofit into the tank. That was like an Aeromotive. Did some other little upgrades. Obviously got like an HEI style distributor on it, and he's been driving this thing, which has been great. It's cool to have, somebody that puts so many miles on the truck and for us to be able to see how well something can perform. So this has been done for a couple of years now. It's been virtually no issues at all. So it's pretty cool. It's a cool old truck. We put this front bumper on with the winch. We put a rear bumper on it, did some little exhaust work, a little wiring touch up, and other than that, he's just been driving it. So it's fun to see. I mean, he lives right down the road from the shop. So we just hear this thing bouncing up the road and flying by all the time. So it's great. Yeah, I just developed a little exhaust leak. So it's here now, kind of got that sorted and send it on the road. He's a more or less retired construction guy. So this is like, well, he parks his F-150 and drives this. He loves it so much, it's hilarious. It's got 3 on the tree, so it's just a chore to drive it. You actually have to drive this thing, not just sit there and turn the steering wheel. He works with it. I mean, he runs around in his field. He's got tape measures set up. It's always a little bit dirty. Got a phone mount in it and a half radio, and it's great. If you know Carl, it's pretty awesome to see him drive this and choose to drive this over the Bronco that we built him and like all the other stuff that he has. So it's fun. It's good to see. I kind of want one, honestly, or something like it. It'd be fun to have. The winch really does it for me. But we've also got Shane's crew cab. So, well, what's left of it sitting here. In the last shop update, you would have seen it probably on the chassis with maybe the bed mocked up and the whole front end, the sheet metal, everything. So we're to a point now where we're tearing everything apart. We got all the body mounts and everything kind of finalized on the chassis. And then they, as in Shane and his guys, took the chassis back to his shop where they're stripping it apart to go through powder coating. This has just kind of been sitting now as Connor's been working through a lot of the other loose body panels and stuff. We've got some roof repairs to make on it, and we'll keep that thing moving forward. So he's got Fat Fender Garage interior, I believe is what he said. It's got a Cummins in it, a turbo. There's lots of pretty cool little things going on this. It's got full trim down the side of it with a 2-tone. It'd be a good truck to see. The firewall, all that's been smoothed out and changed. It's got vintage air conditioning in it now, Hydro Boost, and custom inner fenders that have been kind of cleaned up a bit. So this will be a fun one to watch and keep an eye on as it comes together. Dave's Corvette has been moving along good. Just been buttoning up little odds and ends. Lately we got the engine pulled out so we can start working through some of the engine bay stuff, getting a lot of those panels built and figuring out how we're gonna smooth everything out. Brian built this really cool bracket. This was an idea from a little while ago to hide this electric brake booster under the inner fender. This is basically kind of like a cantilever style system that takes the original pedal rod, turns it sideways so we can mount all this underneath. Eventually there'll be an inner fender panel that covers all of this stuff so you won't even see it, and a spot for a couple little trick reservoirs to come out. We're gonna just use the stock hood latches on this car. A couple of the other cars, I've moved into the middle and done bear claws and different things. By the time you get to like a 66, the hood latches seem to work pretty well. So we're gonna probably trim this out in a nice little chrome piece or something where the hood latch drops through, the striker drops through. We've got bulkheaded plumbing through the inner fenders, reservoirs that we're trying to figure out how we're gonna use and locate. Probably we'll be doing a panel up over the front of the radiator, but we got a lot of fiberglass work to do under here, so it was kind of time to get the engine out of there. All the other stuff had been mocked up already. The whole exhaust has been built. Working through side pipe designs. Like all the electrical stuff goes behind the seat, or the bulk of it. So Brian built these really cool little doors that give you access to all that. So like this is all the ECU and relay blocks and everything. And then this side has got the body harness, if you will. So that turned out really cool. We'll just be able to fold the seat forward, pop these open, get to all your stuff. Nice serviceable piece. Some cool stuff to come with the dash, and just a lot of different components coming together, and things are starting to click into place. So it's good. I think this was the second car that we prototyped our door handles on. This is a chrome version of it. Well, first off, thank you guys for buying these. And our initial pre-order sale is done, but we still discounted them on another pre-order sale, which is just right on the website. You go there, you'll see it slashed down. But you guys you blew me away, honestly. Like the support that we've been getting from this, how much effort we put into this product, and the response that we're getting back is really cool. So that's the kind of stuff that keeps us moving, keeps us making cool stuff. So this is a prototype handle in chrome, converts from a button to a pull style handle. It's been killer. It's worked for us really well. The owner loves it. It fits the car very well, and I think that's helped promote that, just being that on this car. So we got some momentum, so it's good. And last week we did a full build update on the 36 Ford, so head there to get some more details on it. Lots going on, engines in the frame, how we're working through that. It should be a really good video, so check it out if you haven't already. This is a door off of Shane's truck. So like I said, Connor's been working through doing body work on all those panels, getting those into a high build primer. We've got a variety of parts in the booth. He hopped off it to work on the C10 for a minute, but he's been back on Shane's truck now. This is like a high build spray filler kind of primer Evercoat product that gives us a good mill thickness for us to be able to block it down. We'll block all these panels down, reprime them again, wet sand them, and then work towards paint. It's a lot of work and doing a good job. It's looking good. We've also got the 67 Firebird, great project. If you remember this from other videos, LS 5-speed manual, suspension upgrades, new wiring, Holley ECU, air conditioning, new radiator, all that kind of stuff. So kind of like a survivor style build, really intends to drive it, go on road tours and stuff. So that's kind of in the back of our head. And every time we approach a project, any project, one of the first questions that I ask is, what do you intend to do with the car? Do you intend to take it on road tours? Do you intend to show it? Do you intend to do both? Do you want to try to go to SEMA? I don't know. What's in your head when you think of building this car and it being done? So there's 1,000 decisions that we make through these projects that I can tailor towards your goal if you know what that is and help steer you. So this is a prime example of that. Mike came in and was like, hey, the paint is okay. Let's just leave it. Let's do what we can to enhance this car and make it really fun to drive. So we did wheel tubs in the back of this that Brian got wrapped up. I think that was last month, actually. Those got done. He's got the engine in. Cody's is now working through the wiring. So he's working through all the stuff with the ECU, tidying up the harness, a whole new body harness, which is an American Auto Wire classic update kit. Doing some like Holley LED lighting, some Digitails tail light, LED tail lights, and Dakota Digital gauges, all the stuff that we have just come to really trust and works really well. So yeah, it's good. Probably gonna paint this intake tube black, Cerakote it like we did the radiator. Look at, not so in your face, but obviously an LS and a Firebird. We also got, I think this turned out really cool. Well, the console's in there now, but Cody mounted the ECU and the Dakota Digital box underneath the center console. So you can kind of see it. It's just tucked under there, but it worked out really good because it's pretty easy to pull the console in these cars. If those ever needed to be serviced, you can pull them out. You don't have to worry about them being stuffed under the dash somewhere that's really hard to get to. The wiring is just going to shoot straight forward under the carpet, pop out the back of the intake, and just branch right off in the engine. So that should be super clean. The Dakota Digital now has a data link, a BIM, so the gauges can actually pull the data from the Holley ECU to supply the information to the gauges. Versus in the past, we would have to put 2 water temp senders on the engine, one that goes to the ECU and one that goes to the gauges. But now all these companies are working together to where we only need to put one, and that information can go to both places. So it just totally simplifies how we do these things and cleans everything up. So it's really cool, and that's just insight that we have when we put these cars together and how we can try to design it in a way that it's very serviceable and functional. We've got, the seats in this are gonna be really cool too. Tony Miller is working on the seats, and he's basically gonna take the stock ones, take the springs out of them, and make them solid foam. It's gonna lower the seat down. It's gonna give you a little bit of a bolster, but still an original look. So I'm really excited to see how that comes together. And I kind of want them myself. Although in my car, most of the suspension is in the seat. So.
You have to get like the air ride. Like
yeah, the air ride seats, yeah. There's been lots of good progress on this car lately. It'll be fun to see him out driving it this summer. And then in the back, we've got Ken's C10. So this has got full Detroit Speed suspension on it. We just got the wheels from SHOT. So this thing's finally sitting on its feet. The stance is really close to where it's gonna be. We've still gotta get it out, move it around, see where it settles and adjust it. It's looking pretty cool. It's kind of the whole Detroit Speed package. Detroit Speed, kind of pretty much Detroit Speed wheel and tire combo. It's all their suspension, their ride height. We're able to achieve about a 1-inch lower stance over the basically bottomed out stock suspension that was under it. It's got rack and pinion now. It's gonna be a really good truck. It's just totally different truck. So I'm excited to drive it. Excited for the owner to drive it and enjoy it. We've kind of gone through and cleaned up quite a few things in the engine bay. We pulled the inner fenders out, reshot those flat black, painted the firewall where the new vintage air parts went, all that red just to make it all look seamless. Put a new pulley system on the front of the engine. So as we were working through the engine bay and cleaning things up, this was a perfect chance to use our stackable line clamps. So you can see how we've got a reduced barrier hose on the bottom for the 2 lines that go to the evaporator, and then our 2 heater hoses on top. It was just a really tidy way to organize all these hoses as they go. We did the machined aluminum for this one. We've got black anodized, all that stuff. And all the line clamps that you see on our website, they ship the next day. We try to be real productive. And if there's an issue, we contact you right away just so you can stay on track. We know, especially as a builder and even a hobbyist, when you need that part, it's really important that you're able to get it. That's important to us, get them delivered. So just some, little bits here and there, some functionality stuff, and just little cleanup while we're in there. But it just looks really good. It presents well. It's got chrome and black, red. It should be a really fun truck for these guys. It didn't have air conditioning before. Rack and pinion alone is just going to be a huge upgrade. Yeah, the next thing for this really is to get it out, drive it, take it into town to get the alignment done on it, the air conditioning charged, and try to put a few miles on it just to kind of shake it down, because it's really a lot of new parts here, new drivetrain parts. And then last but not least, Derek in his corner has been going non-stop, like I said, with the door handles. So the pre-orders are being machined and getting ready to ship as soon as we can. That's been a process. There's a lot of work that goes into doing this behind the scenes, from making fixtures. Obviously the prototyping, if you saw those videos, we made it to 200,000 cycles of testing, and then we just shut it off. Nothing even broke. We just need to be done. It's gonna break the mill or something. Yeah, there's fixtures, there's boxes, there's instructional videos that we've been filming. There's so much, and it's so cool to see it all come together and get a good feedback. So if you haven't seen those yet, I highly recommend you check them out. It's a product we're really proud of. So. That's a stressed out, overwhelmed smile. Thanks for watching this shop update. If you liked it, like it. If you have a question, ask it, and check us out. I mean, we're doing reels on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all this stuff to keep you in the loop on how we do things in the shop and what's going on. And check out all of our products, merch, some of the builds we've done in the past at sandersstreetrods.com.
It'd be funny if you like shut the hood and acted like it hit your hand.
Oh.
Ow! And then I'll cut it real quick.
All right, that's fine.
Yo, I can't see your hands right here.
Okay. Wow.